much more spread out right now, and they're really going to play their sort of default strategy here, mostly looking to just try and get information, try and find some picks. That's really what they're looking for. And you see them playing very slow. PG is going to pick up first blood there, taking down one of Northeastern's. But we'll see how they respond to that. With a little bit of weakness on C-side here, SNHU are going to start to make their way over, especially finding that pick. Northeastern are forced to relocate quickly, and it looks like they will already start to stack up on C-side here, taking members over from B. SNHU starting to make his way forward as the breach ability starts to come through. SNHU breaking on the site. Agron's going to pick up kill. Darm going down. Now Agron falls as Tempest finds that one, but Hilton and C-Dubs find two of their own. Just Wham Lam left, twirling his knife, trying to make his way towards site, but he's pretty far out, only has the Marshal to work with. Going to be a very, very difficult retake here.
Right, this Marshal is not the best weapon to aggressively use in these close quarters, especially when you're working around this corner right now. But it is a really tricky weapon to work with because you don't expect a headshot, but Hilton's just going to take that one there. And SNHU only going down one player here is going to take that second round from Northeastern now.
Yeah, big start for SNHU, and it's a good thing that they actually followed through on that second round. You can really mess up your economy if you take the pistol round, but don't find the second round after it. You can really just spending all your money on sort of Spectres there and not being able to get that round is pretty bad, but now they're going to be able to carry these Spectres that they bought last round and these Bulldogs, these eco weapons, into this round, and this will be a bit of a bonus round for them, just trying to take these guns as far as they can go, whereas Northeastern, they are working with a little bit more firepower here. We'll see that as SNHU start to make their way towards A site here. We're going to try and find some of the little bit shorter angles.
Yeah, they got their SMGs right now into these longer range rifles. It's going to be a little harder to work with, so these shorter angles are definitely going to help them out a little bit, but they are still kind of timid around A long here. They have most of the control over A short, but walking around the corners here, it looks like they're just trying to play a little bit sneaky and kind of trick them into thinking they're off site right now. But this is the point where they're going to try to breach onto site. That drone might have spotted a few members of Northeastern there as they breach out onto site there. Nice shot from Delicious. They're going to take out Agron. Hilton will fall there, but C-Dubs finally taking him out. That's going to be an ace from Delicious already.
Yeah, sure, why not? That first shot was insane. He caught Agron re-peeking the box up top with a headshot. That is a wild shot that he pulled off right there. And that's going to be something that brings Northeastern forward here. They're not going to let SNHU get away with that bonus round. I believe they only dropped one player in that last round, and Delicious definitely bringing a lot of money home with that ace.
Yeah, Delicious is just going to be so stacked right now for Creds. Probably buy a couple guns for his teammates there. They only lost one player, I think, during that round. But SNHU now going to have rifles, is going to be able to take angles that they weren't really able to last round. Very careful around the C-Long there. Ooh. Might have had the rifle, but Wham Lam is going to take out Agron. I think they were a little bit hesitant because I would expect the operator after an ace last round, right?
Yeah, it's fortunate that it's not here, but Wham Lam with only 5 health is actually going to be able to dodge that shock dart and stay alive. SNHU, it's important they haven't actually committed the spike anywhere yet. It's still in their spawn. They're just trying to find some pressure, try and find any picks. This is their default strategy that I was talking about last round, and as they slowly make their way into A site here, they'll find that there's no one defending it from Northeastern, so you're going to see them pick up the spike and start to relocate their way over here, whereas Northeastern holding very far back. Really looking to try and reinforce their spawn and B site here, playing very defensive. They don't want to end up losing any players while SNHU get onto the site. They just want to try and play for the retake here. But Tempest will peek his head out, try and find something, but he's going to back out the moment that recon dart goes through. We'll get his location revealed. Peachy's up here. This could be a problem for Tempest, but we'll see. Hawk going out. Peachy not blinded. He was in front of it, and he's going to find Tempest. Another Hawk, another one that doesn't blind, and he takes Wham Lam too.
That's just such a tricky spot there. He's going to be able to take out 2 players out of nowhere. Delicious is going to be able to shut him down there and take control of Heaven.
It's a tricky spot for him to be in. He's really wedging SNHU Blue in half at the moment, but Hilton's going to pick up that kill with the wall bang. Cheeseburger starting to make his way up long. Ty'll take down Darm. It's just Cheeseburger on site. Doesn't find a kill. Trying to move up on Ty. Tries to pre-fire, but Ty, quick on the draw, is going to be able to take him down, and SNHU take the 3rd round.
That's a really nice round from SNHU there. Going up another one. They're going to be up 2 rounds now, but I really feel like they're just, sneaky when it comes to these plants. Like, they just get control of site because they're just so silent. And we saw that last round. They even, like, put in the effort there to rotate all of their players walking, like, slow walking through A short there, but they had the spike running around A long because you can't hear the footsteps from there, right? So...
Yeah, for SNHU, right, just playing so slowly is really going to throw some teams off, and we're seeing Northeastern is definitely struggling a little bit with that. It looks like we have a tech pause right now while teams get some issues sorted, but it's particularly this style of play that SNHU are using, these very slow defaults. This is a pretty popular style of play right now, and one that's really starting to get a lot of effectiveness for them as they go into this game. Just play slow, wait for Northeastern to sort of reveal their hand over time. SNHU did get picked off. They had a player picked off first last round, and that was unfortunate for them. Definitely slowed their already slow push down even more, but it's something that really just taking your time and using the full amount of time allotted is going to be really rewarding for a lot of teams.
Yeah, and I kind of like this play style of just playing a little bit slower and a little bit more tactically because, I mean, the other option to that is just, playing really explosive. And I as much as I like that play style of having the explosive just wham, bam, just enter site and plant there, it's like, I think it's like funny, like watching them just outsmart them and watching people on the map rotate to things that there's no one there or they have to guess. It offers a lot more counterplay for the attackers and the defenders as well.
Right, when you get in those situations where, especially last round, we saw SNHU really go for that. It really looked to fake that execute onto C once they had gotten a pick over there, and they started to really put some heavy utility down there. And sometimes they executed on it, like in the I believe the third round of this half, they did actually execute after faking that. But last round, they just said, hey, we're going to go over to A site instead. We're going to make it look like we're stacking up over here. We're going to start to force you to come this way and sort of leash you off of A site. And then, by the way, 2 of our players are already in A site the moment you left it. And they know that it's open, and we're just going to start making our way over there. And you can't really get back on the site without taking retake fights before the bomb is even down.
Yeah, that's the tricky part too, is because when you give up that space by rotating and guessing that they're going to be somewhere else on the map, it's just so hard to get it back because you took those angles off, right? And now you have people just creeping in there, slow walking, and retaking the angles that you just had the advantage over. And the tricky part of that is really getting them to move off of those angles in the first place, because if you just slow walk into that angle, you slow peek it, you're just gonna lose that firefight like most of the time. So it's actually really hard to play this way, and props to SNHU for just executing it really well.
Getting things back underway, SNHU are going to go ahead and make their way outside of spawn doors here. We're going over towards C site. We'll reveal some big info there. Peachy tries to teleport over, but will end up getting that canceled out. Hilton's going to pick up a kill with the Hunter's Fury, though, and he will tag one more. That's going to be a pretty big pickup there for SNHU, and he actually heard Darm behind him. The turret's going to spot him out very low off of that trade, though, and has to call for backup here. Darm is going to win on that fight, but Peachy gets the trade, fortunately for SNHU. Spike already down. They're in a pretty good spot right now.
Yeah, the big thing about this is Northeastern actually has flankers around C long, so they're going to have more than 2 options to enter from here. Peachy, though, is going to shut that down, take out Cheeseburger there, and it's just Tempest is going to have to retreat here and save.
He took so much damage off of just that single peek because he had to jump through the window, and that wallbang really just lined itself up with 6 health left. We'll see if SNHU go on the hunt. I mean, they're definitely going to get off site, but going all the way over here towards A site, there's a lot of angles you got to check to get all the way over there, so they're probably just going to sit back. Let him keep his Vandal. That's no big deal. SNHU will just keep 4 alive here as they take their 4th round, and you're starting to see the economy really build up for them.
Yeah, the economy is looking very favorable for SNHU here as they have their 3 rounds ahead of Northeastern. You get that streak bonus there. So SNHU is going to start, we're going to see a little bit more firepower out of them, whether it be utility guns. I'm surprised we're actually not seeing an operator yet, but that is probably soon to change, especially on defender side. SNHU loves their operators there, but Wanlam It's looking a little bit tricky there. I think that was a Marshall he had.
Cheeseburger looking to try and do something a little bit cheeky here. We'll get some info on Peachy. Runs in, gets the dismiss, and doesn't get traded. He's going to fall back into safety. As Agron trying to re-peek him again, does get blinded by that Leer, and Cheeseburger isn't going to take that fight again. He knows he has the range disadvantage, but Empress is just going to get sprayed down through the smoke. Ty landing true on that one. Going to be able to pick up a kill on Northeastern, evening up this player advantage right now. SNHU are still holding strong outside of the site, and Agron is going to go for the peek on a Wham Lam. Darm looks away at just the wrong time, and Agron advances, taking another kill. Just 2 players left for Northeastern to try and retake this site.
Yeah, Tempest is going to have to lone wolf here. He has another player behind him coming up short, but Agron taking another kill. C-Dubs is going to finish that one off with a pick on Delicious, and that's going to be their 5th round there. SNHU, another really good round. But now, Northeastern going to have those rifles. It's going to be a little bit trickier than that last round. They were saving a little bit on Northeastern side.
A little bit of a rough spot to be in for Northeastern at the end of that last round there. The Stinger can be really strong at those close ranges just because its rate of fire is so high. Its damage isn't particularly notable, but when you get concussed, your rate of fire actually slows down. So that was a pretty safe peek for SNHU. They didn't have a lot to lose by peeking into that concussed player. So really smart usage of utility there for them, and that's what's really been allowing them to get control over these sites so easily. But as SNHU start to back off, we see Northeastern advancing up A long. They're not going to let SNHU Blue just get that space for free again, and as the recon drone comes through, we see Delicious actually get damaged by that aftershock. He's going to take a ton of damage off of that. No armor left. Shock Dart going to find just a slight tag onto Ty right there. But Northeastern are going to start to fall back here. They don't want to be holding this far up long if SNHU actually decide to execute on it.
Yeah, it would be a very tricky situation to get out of there for Northeastern, but Cheeseburger is just waiting for this smoke to fall. He's going to try for Hilton, but Ty's going to shut him down there. Very nice reaction from Ty, and C-Dub's also going to find Darm. And with those picks, it looks like they're just going to spread a little bit and maybe rotate around Seaside.
Yeah.
We see SNHU really just getting themselves wedged in here. Hilton will get taken down as he tries to lurk around A site. Wasn't expecting Delicious to be counter-lurking over there as well. Northeastern going to try and take a rotation through SNHU's spawn, maybe through Garage here, trying to take as many angles as they can. They don't want to double up too much, but that are going to start to try and challenge this really long-range angle. And for Wham Lam, he's going to have to get pretty lucky on this first shot here. He's got a few players looking his way, including Ty right at the end of this choke. Peeking out the double peek, and Tempest is going to be able to pick up that first kill. Agron trades it on out. Delicious trying to flank as well. Can't find a kill. Agron's going to take down Wham Lam as well. It's just down to this Sova again. PG teleports out before he gets shot through the wall, and Agron picks up his 3rd kill of this round. SNHU 6 strong right now.
Yeah, really nice usage of utility from Peachy there after getting spotted by that Sova dart, just dodging the wallbang. And I mean, that's just the kind of smart plays that SNHU has to bring to the table here, and I feel like it's one of the reasons that they're just being so successful with these attacks on attacker side.
We're seeing now as SNHU once again just really stacking up towards C side here. We haven't seen them show too much love towards the middle of the map, and it can be really tough to actually end up taking B site. Really, B site is great for attackers who want to get themselves wedged in between a rotation from the defenders, and we haven't seen SNHU really try and force a situation like that. They're just going to go ahead and break out onto C. Tempest trying to apply some pressure out here, but a lot of counter fire coming out from SNHU is going to really lock them out from peeking connector.
Yes, SNHU has this bomb now. It's up to Northeastern to play this retake, and they do have a lot of angles to play around, but SNHU's just going to snap here on attacker or defender side.
C-Dub's getting ready for those people advancing through long. Hilton flash. Cheeseburger will end up taking down Ty, but Agron is going to find a kill of his own. 3 versus 3, 3 versus 2. Now as Agron finds his 2nd kill. Can't find another. Cheeseburger finds that, finds a triple kill here. Cheeseburger continuing to move forward, finds 4, and he's going to be able to get the defuse here as well. Northeastern find their 2nd round. It's actually going to go right down to the timer, but he's got it.
Yeah, 1 minute, or sorry, 1 second there on that timer. He had a little bit of time, but I mean, 1 second later, that would have been snooze round. So another very close round there, but we're gonna see Cheeseburger actually buy that operator now, and it's gonna be a little bit trickier to play against that, especially on defender side. It can go anywhere. It looks like he is around B side, so he's either gonna put that A long or he's gonna watch window there. But nonetheless, I really think SNHU might just. I think they're gonna like just go all out this round with ultimates. And utility, they do have the creds to just buy up guns again, so they're not really working at a disadvantage. But I'm really interested to see how they're going to try to play this one after that last round.
A little bit of a fun fact for our viewers here. You'll see on the timeout, Snare calling that timeout. We see you. We see you. That's Snare is a SNHU alumni and played on the SNHU esports program for a good bit. Played for our Fortnite team back when that was a thing. So definitely an old school SNHU esports person. Now actually coach of Northeastern's Valorant team. So that's pretty exciting to see people from SNHU esports branch out into some other parts of the field and start to see them sort of loop back into this as he leads Northeastern to fight the college that he's from.
Yeah, just a nice little web of esports there. I do remember him back on the Fortnite team as well there, but SNHU is just gonna put that bomb mid undecided there and play a little bit for intel and pick their Tempest finding a pick, spraying through that smoke there. They're gonna go up 1 player here on SNHU's attack.
Delicious moving forward here. With that drone, Cheeseburger's going to be able to pick up that shot onto Peachy. C-Dub's trying to push forward, trying to get this trade, but just can't get there in time. Rolling Thunder going to come out, though, and that's going to be some pretty big value as he forces him back, but Delicious holds his ground. Takes down C-Dubs. Cheeseburger still alive, still in safety. Whatever that timeout was from Snare, it looks like it's working pretty well for Northeastern because SNHU have just 2 players left. Looks like they're going for a quick rotation to try and find a last-ditch play. That turret's going to spot them out, and immediately you're going to see Northeastern start to flock over towards Seaside here and start to reinforce this area while the spike gets planted down. A lot of utility just got activated there from Killjoy. Agron trying to peek around this corner. We'll be able to find one. Backing up a little bit. Trying to just stay alive after he gets that first pick. Looking to reinforce some more angles. Spike down for SNHU. It's 2 versus 4. Agron doesn't have a lot of health. He's got to try and play aggressive here before they have the chance to push on him. Double kill! It's a 2 versus 2 now. They're trying to push onto site. They can't take down Delicious. And he's able to find the last 2 there. Northeastern are able to clutch up and clinch out that round. SNHU looking so close there, but unfortunately, that bomb is going to go over towards Northeastern to defuse.
Yeah, I think they just ran out of ammo there after that spray transfer. And SNHU just going to fall to Delicious there. Northeastern actually starting to make a pretty notable comeback, closing in the gap between SNHU. SNHU is still up 3 rounds here, so it's going to be a little bit more work for the rest of the half for them, but SNHU still going strong and only used that Rolling Thunder there during that last round. I feel like it was a really nice played Rolling Thunder there. It's just, I think Delicious had that covered too, so just a really nice aim from Delicious there.
Yeah, it was definitely trying to make a very big individual play on that Rolling Thunder, but we'll see now as SNHU go back towards their default strategy here, just trying to fan out, just trying to take some of trying to get as much information as they can, trying to get a count of what Northeastern are up to, trying to figure out where they are, try and see if they can find any picks right now. And we're going to see Peachy just trying to challenge a little bit here as C Long. I think he actually saw Tempest cross over, but he's just going to back off. That sight line is very scary to try and challenge there, especially if you don't know what gun the other person has. An op on C Long is definitely not something you just want to run face forward into. So we're going to see SNHU start to make their way over towards A side here.
Right, exactly, and these are the things you got to be thinking about going up against, especially Northeastern here, taking those last 2 rounds against SNHU, and they have that operator. It's just so scary. So that's probably part of the reason why they're playing a little bit slower recently, but they're going to break out onto site there. Agron just taking a really nice pick on Cheeseburger. now going to be able to plant that bomb, and Northeastern's left playing retake.
He still has an updraft, so if he really wanted to get up into heaven, he could. Gonna see the lockdown come out. Counter lockdown from SNHU. They are not leaving. Agrin picks up another kill, and he's gonna fall back into long here. There's a small little cubby where they can hang out. SNHU's lockdown's actually gonna get destroyed. Northeastern won't find any players, but they will force all of them off site here. Fortunately, the spike is planted for long, but a good dark cover is gonna start to cover that up, and Darm is gonna try and stick the defuse here. His entire team in front of him. So many shots going through, but they just don't land, and Darm gets the defuse. He doesn't live much longer, but he clutches it out, and Northeastern find their 4th round.
Dharma, very sneaky ninja defuse there. It's just able to hit that one right under SNHU's nose. But I really feel like SNHU had that round, right? Like, they just played that so well. And I feel like during that lockdown there, like, if it was just a second earlier, because it was like kind of 2 seconds behind, I think, or like 1 second behind. If it was like right on top of it, like, it's just uncontestable for both teams there. It's just a sudden death almost. Taking a long angle there, Delicious is going to be able to take out C-dubs, but that's going to only be 1 pick there. And Akron actually is going to be able to move pretty far up onto Seaside here. Dashing out is going to get a little bit of information on where Killjoy is on left or Seaside of the map here, but other than that, they're really just trying to clear out this site to plant.
They're going to trigger that Killjoy utility on the actual plant site. Hilton going to go ahead and get this down. Northeastern's still pretty far out. They're taking their time positioning correctly here, but it could be a big lurk coming from PG up mid, and he's going to take down Wham Lam. That's going to be a big thorn in the side of Northeastern, losing a player right before they decide to go for this retake. And now Peachy's in a great spot just to get utility out. He's going to teleport away before Tempest can start to make his way in, but he will cancel it. And now he's still here. Tempest, peace, get the info. Gonna see the blind come out. Peachy's trying to spray, but he can't get the kill. Delicious. Gonna pick up one of his own as he takes down Agrin. Ty goes down. It's just Hilton left. He's in a pretty good spot right now. The Hunter's Fury comes out. He's gonna be able to get 1 kill. Finds a second. Cheeseburger can't rush him in time. He's gonna get the tag in there, but he is gonna be able to kill Delicious as well before he can defuse. Tempest has to get out the bomb. There's not enough time.
He got it. He got that. He actually killed it. I thought he didn't kill him, but he was able to kill him there and just cancel that defuse. What a nice play from Hilton there, taking out their entire team there.
That's a good bit of stabilization there from SNHU as well. Look at Northeastern's economy. They bought up last round, and they're going to pay the price for it as they lose that one. And now they're going to have to just get kind of put their scraps together to actually buy up 1 Phantom for their team. SNHU still holding on strong to these guns that they've got, looking to try and keep these in their hands. A big stack over towards A side here from SNHU, and maybe looking to try and challenge these overly aggressive defenders at A side here. That dark cover is going to force Delicious back.
Yeah, Phantom's kind of a weird hero rifle there, but they're also going to have their Bulldogs. Because I feel like a hero rifle is normally to catch them off guard and have that transfer and maybe get a gun upgrade for one of your teammates there. And I feel like the Vandal's a lot better at, just catching them off guard with that headshot instant kill there. And C-Dubs is going to be able to take out Delicious and have been there. That's opening up A lot, but they have 3 members of Northeastern behind them.
Ask yourself who's really playing defense right now as Northeastern start to make their way in. SNHU trying to hold their ground. We'll get Vision of Tempest there, but Cheeseburger pushing through is going to take down Ty. SNHU trying to hold on, but Darmy's in there. Cheeseburger's going to be able to kill of his own. C-Dubs finds 2, falling back. It's all down to him. He finds a 4th. But he can't take down all 5. Cheeseburger will be able to take his 3rd kill of the round, clean up C-Dubs, clean up SNHU Blue, and take the 5th round for Northeastern.
Yeah, we have such a close game on our hands here. And the last round of, or that was the last round of the half, is going to end at 7-5. It's just such a close game right now, but this pistol round is really going to be a decider of who's going to have a big advantage going into the second half here, especially with such a close score line there. This could be a really long game or just over within, a couple rounds here. Depending on who's really able to snowball these games.
Switching sides is a big opportunity for these teams to show their stuff, though. We've gotten to see a good look of their playbook in the first half, but now flipping things over, let's see exactly how these teams handle taking on the other side. We'll see now as Northeastern start their offense, starting to make really big mid control. This is something that SNHU never did on their offensive side here, playing around mid. I think it's going to be something that really characterizes how Northeastern play here in this half. A lot of damage going out. Hilton forced to retreat. A lot of blinds coming out, and Northeastern have taken pretty solid hold of B, but they're not stopping there. They're going on a world tour as the spike starts to make its way over to A. That seems a little scary, though. We'll just plant at B.
Yeah, and Hilton regrouping with the rest of his teammates here have managed to kind of flank around the entirety of Northeastern. Now getting really close and has a flank and be able to take out Cheeseburger, and Tempest is falling.
Spike down for SNHU, flawless. That is insane from them. The coordination on that double peek there from SNHU was insane. It was a massacre from B to C connector.
Yeah, SNHU's just playing that one so well there. And now they're going to be able to really flex up these guns and, you know, really just try to take control of this half. But going into this round, I feel like, you know, Northeastern could go for like a Marshall or something, try to catch them off guard. But it looks like they're just going to go for 2 sheriffs here, maybe 1. And just roll with it, maybe try to get a few picks here because they are pretty spread and have the bomb down, which is a little bit weird after losing pistol round, but they're gonna try to work it.
A lot of teams you see on their eco round after losing the pistol round, they'll usually try and play very aggressive, try and catch you off guard. That's something that you really see a lot of value coming out of the classics for, is just being able to walk up to someone, get that close range alt fire, that shotgun spread, and Tempest gets forced out here, but Peachy can't follow up with the kill. He's so low though, he's gonna have to fall back to his team. If he's able to reconnect with them, he will be able to get healed back up by Sky, but that's a lot of pressure coming out from SNHU.
Yeah, and Darm and Delicious are able to get picks of their own. The 2 sheriffs, the team, that's the good thing about the sheriff, is it's just a little bit longer range than the Spectre, but they could buy up that Bulldog, and then you're in a really sticky situation. But they're going to take those picks and kind of just rotate off of mid. Maybe walk around A side here and check how clear this site is.
Agron is going to be here to meet them, though. He won't find the headshot. But now, as he gets forced out by that near site, Peachy is going to have to try and take things up in the high ground. A dark cover is going to block him off while Tempest gets the spike down. Look at Northeastern's health pool, though. They might have 5 players, but 4 of them are practically dead as C-Dubs finds one, can't take down Cheeseburgers, and that's going to let him heal back up.
Yeah, that's a really nice thing about Reyna there, is just this self-sustain by Agron, taking a really nice shot there. It's going to be able to get 3 now. It's a 1v1 here. Agron gonna try to work around this smoke here. The flash comes out, he does peek it, and he's able to take the 4th.
What an insane shot. Agron, just 1 shy of an ace. He's going to be able to hold on to SNHU's advantage here in this half. Coming right down to the wire, but things are looking pretty good for SNHU here. Would have been, like I mentioned in the first half, pretty bad if they lost that second round, but they're able to hold on, going to keep their economy in a good spot. A lot of them died, though, so they're not going to have too much firepower here for their hero, or for their bonus round. Northeastern are going to have a big firepower advantage.
Right, they got that hero rifle. Might be used to make some kind of conversion, catch people off guard, but it's going to be really hard to if they're not playing for picks, and it looks like they're just going to go all out on C right about now.
Shadows traveling.
This is a big rush from them. Recon drone starting to go through, trying to find some info here. Not able to find much, though. That dark cover, Ty's just going to sit in that and wait. Dog coming through, trying to figure out what's up on site. Tharm's going to be able to take down Peachy. A lot of them going in, but Ty takes Cheeseburger's head clean off. We'll get traded out, but not before C-Dubs can find a kill of his own. Now a 3 versus 3. SNHU have had a chance to pick up some better guns here. Northeastern going to go ahead and get the spike down. Tempest very much cornered here. Agron's going to be able to take a kill of his own, but Tempest could be a big disaster if SNHU, but Hilton just takes him out right away. Agron will get taken out, but C-Dubs trades that one through, and SNHU take the 3rd round. They don't even let Northeastern take them out on their bonus round, and they started with pistols.
Yeah, that's going to be a really big stick in their wheel there, because their economy is going to be a little bit shot after buying up those rifles there and going down to SNHU. SNHU now having 10 rounds too is going to be a lot of mileage that Northeastern has to cover to try to catch up to SNHU. But SNHU buying up these rifles, it might be a grim round from Northeastern. looks like they are going to try to play a little bit spread here. Actually, you know, taking these short angles with the stingers might be a little bit tricky. SNHU might not expect it here.
Yeah, that's going to be potentially Northeastern's way back into this half, a way to stabilize things for them, but Agron here on this upper angle could really catch them off guard here. Looks like he is forced off as Northeastern start to go ahead and push in. Hilton just trying to put some utility downrange, try and find some value off that. A dark cover from Peachy is going to block off a short, and that's going to let Cheeseburger actually push up into that back corner there without getting spotted on the cross. Still, he's going to have a hard time getting out of there and is really committing hard to this peek into Agron. Could be really tough at this range.
Yeah, Cheeseburger is going to be cubbied up over there in a short, but darn, holding a really close angle to it. The stinger might be
the
tricky.
Knife!
Oh, the knife! Oh, Darm is going to be able to take out Agron there. And that's going to open up the site a little bit more. Hilton evening things out, but doesn't expect Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger with the stinger is able to even things out again.
Gonna see Empress come out, trying to just get things set up, get the ball rolling here as C-Dubs is able to fall back, doesn't get tagged by that at all. Northeastern, they're still pretty spread out right now. Spike is just now making its way onto A site. Gonna teleport over there, just get this spike down. C-Dubs in a good spot right now. Doesn't quite have Rolling Thunder yet, but looks like he is getting ready for this fault line. Trying to set something up. Ty gonna start to make his way through Aftershock going into hell. Ty's gonna be able to pick up a kill, gets traded out by Tempest, but Peachy runs forward, finds that counter kill. Wham Lam trades it out. Peachy, he's down. It's just C-Dubs versus Wham Lam, and he just tracks the tracker there. Gonna be able to see him right through the smoke.
Really nice usage of those Seekers. That's gonna just, you know, you don't really see that often either. Especially through that smoke, the Seekers are just gonna come in clutch, especially with the last person there. What a nice round from Northeastern to try to bring things back here. But now SNHU has enough creds to kind of buy up most rifles. They are gonna have 2 into Northeastern's 4. But Northeastern, a weird thing they have is that Odin is on the Sova, so I know they have something up their sleeve for it.
Yeah, that's potentially a big cheese play right there. So hopefully we can see them find some value off that. It's always a good laugh and a good clip whenever a Sova finds that wall hack kill. Tempest very high up. He's gonna find Peachy, and Ty has to fall back. Doesn't have the angle he needs to trade that one out. Northeastern falling back now, 5 strong versus SNHU's 4. They're going to start to make their way over towards A side here, but we could see a confrontation come out in mid. C-Dubs back to back with Wham Lam, and he's going to be able to pick him out.
Yeah, that's a really nice pick there from SNHU. However, they're still down 1 player, and Delicious is planting over on A side. That Hunter's Fury is going to try to cancel it there, aiming mostly default, but as it runs out there, they are going to be able to plant here. Oh, the Rolling Thunder, just as they get it planted there, is going to be a really nice tempo builder there for SNHU. Taking out 1 player, Cheeseburger will be able to trade Hilton out, and it's all down to C-Dubs here with the Killjoy ult too. It's going to be tricky for him.
1 versus 3. C-Dubs has pulled these off before, sending the fault line out. They already know where he is, so there's no harm in using this utility. You're seeing the Odin spray come through, but they don't know that he's actually crossed out into sight. Seeing him push out, and he's actually going to get shot in the back by Darm. A good double hold there from Northeastern is going to take down C-Dubs, find a 7th round there. SNHU, they're getting close to the finish line here, but Northeastern are making up ground.
Yeah, Northeastern is starting to, you know, cover that distance that SNHU has built up. Only 3 rounds in between them now. SNHU is 3 points away from match point, or 2 points away from match point, 3 points away from match, but they are going to be able to buy up these rifles this round after saving that last round. So they have a little bit better odds up against Northeastern, and we're still going to see that Odin holding on to it from last round. He might try something again. They are going to bust down those doors, I think, in Garage.
Hilton's starting to push his way forward. Does get taken out there. Darm and Cheeseburger both finding kills. SNHU, suddenly a big hole right in the middle of their composition. As they have to fight to try and just hold on to this. They're not going to try and play for the retake. They want to just try to hold here. Try and slow down Northeastern as much as possible. They know they're going to have a hard time trying to push back in. C-Dub's able to take down Darm, gets traded out. We'll see if SNHU can trade it back. Cheeseburger peeks out into tie. Peachy finds 2! Can he find 4? He can't! He just finds 3! So close!
Peachy with the spray transfer 2 goes just double KO there. It was so close for Peachy. But now Northeastern covering even more ground, especially going up that round against SNHU when they bought. They're going to have to play with these sheriffs now. It's going to be really tricky for them to try to take the lead again. And if Northeastern takes this round, there's just one round in between them.
We'll see now as Northeastern stack heavy for a C-side take. SNHU, they're not around here. They're really looking to try and contest mid. And that could be a problem for them as Northeastern already make their way up. Lear coming out. They're spending a lot of utility here, but there's no one to be found. That could potentially hurt them as they try and hold for the post plant here, but they're already in a good situation to get this planted exactly the way they want it. SNHU don't exactly have the best of guns in the world right now, forced to eco a little bit, but they will have a pretty good flank. Here, Agrin finds 1, a good headshot, takes down Delicious. Peachy now in a good spot, finds 2.
Okay, Peachy gonna be able to take 2. The paranoia gets red though. Cheeseburger now has Empress. Oh no, it's gonna get another pick. They're really trying to defuse this. Odin's just gonna be so good for contesting, but C-Dubs takes out Cheeseburger, and that's gonna be SNHU's round.
Really great round for them there. That was absolutely the odds against them. Forced to retake on an eco round, but some really solid sheriff plays right there really opened up that round, especially from Peachy. Finding 2 there was insane.
Yeah, that was just such a nice play from Peachy, especially in a spot that you don't really expect him to be in there. That's like the power of Omen. I feel like just getting in those really tricky spots. But now SNHU has that operator on Agrin, might be able to get a pick around A long, just very early in the round. Gonna use that flash, try to push him off there, but it doesn't matter. They're gonna get 2.
A great opening. Peachy finds a 3rd, continuing to make their way forward. This dark cover is about 3 bodies inside of it right now. Things are looking pretty bad for Northeastern as they start this round off, and this is a particularly bad round to have this opening happen on. If SNHU take this round, they'll be on match point. And that means Northeastern's only opportunity to get back into the game is to force an overtime.
It's gonna be really tricky. Playing slow, I think they've kind of tried to convince them they're off the point here, but they're not buying it. They're going to try to peek Tempest here, just getting a little bit more information, and that might be the signal to try to just move off of this site here as they take the rotation off of A.
Not a lot of options open for Northeastern right here, and that's the big issue with losing a large amount of your team. It looks like they might just try and hold back and save. We really, if their economy isn't looking so good, if we get the scoreboard open real quick, this is really going to matter for them. Yeah, they have no money right now, so they need to hold on to these rifles in order to actually be able to contest the next round. Because if Tempest and Wham die this round, that means the next round they're all going to have eco weapons. These hero rifles could potentially make the difference on what will be SNHU's match point.
10 seconds
right,
left.
and SNHU is just going to try to take this win gracefully. It doesn't really look like they're going to try to shut down them saving here. They are hunting for them a little bit. If they do find them, that would be so detrimental for them. Oh no, he's going to find one! C-Dubs finds Tempest.
Just one less option for Northeastern now as they go into this round. Match point for SNHU, and this is a very different story than how Haven went back in Week 9. SNHU Blue versus Northeastern back in the season. Haven went 13-7 in favor of Northeastern. Yeah, that scoreline is looking very much inverted right now. And for Northeastern, that's definitely going to be rough, but hopefully they can find a way to salvage this. It's going to be an uphill battle, though, going forward, and Agrin's going to end up whipping that off shot. Blinded, but he will find Cheeseburger.
Now having the knives is going to be able to contest them just so much better here. Going to try to find Whamlam there, taking a few bullets. Another stray, trying to find just a headshot down that really long corridor there. Now going to hold this off angle to try to catch him off guard. it's going to be really hard to push into just so many people on Seaside. I think he just spotted so much, so they have so many people rotated over. But now, I think Northeastern might have caught wind of that and is going to try to take advantage by pushing through mid garage and door here.
Agrin finds another. It's just a sniper sitting at his post.
Yeah,
You
he's
cannot
just
peek that.
whittling him down here. Now they're missing 2 players.
Oh no, that's
why
Spike!
T-Dubs. No, they got the spike. No.
Last player standing.
Delicious down, it's all down to Wham Lab, and he is looking right down the scope of that sniper. He's able to find 2! Things are looking up, but
Sneakers.
Ultimate's gonna come out. He's forced to run so far to escape from this, and he's gonna have to peek into C-Dubs. Won't end up winning that fight concussed. And SNHU, in an upset, are gonna take Haven here. This map they lost during the regular season versus Northeastern. So what an incredible game for them to go off immediately off rip.
Yeah, SNHU just ending up so favorable in that first map there, right? It's just completely inverted from last match they went up against each other, but I feel like this is going to be a really close match on our hands nonetheless, because both of these teams just going neck to neck in all of these rounds. It was not really that decisive there. 13-8 is going to be one more round played than that first time, but going into our next map, it is going to be Ascent. So this is one of, right, like I say, like, I say every map's snooze map, right? but I swear
this season.
they are looking good this season. I swear Ascent is their map here. So I'm excited to see it.
I'm super excited to go to map number 2. In week 9, SNHU took Ascent 13-5, so this is going to be a big spotlight on how Northeastern are playing in map 2. They're really going to need to start to punch up and really upset this match to continue going forward here in the semi-finals. We're going to take a quick break before we go into map 2, but we'll be back in just a few minutes. Hello and welcome back as we're ready to go into map 2 of the night. SNHU Blue versus Northeastern. Connor, that first map was kind of crazy from SNHU.
It was just so close between these two teams, but SNHU just coming out with these crazy rounds, such as like that thrifty sheriff round out of nowhere, gonna be able to take just such a good advantage against Northeastern, and especially that last round at 11-8 when they were just trying to save those rifles for match point there, and the C-Dubs just sprinted it, managed to just flash catch Tempest out in that corner there. Was one of the key factors, I feel like, that made or break that last round there for SNHU.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be really hard for Northeastern going into this next match because I guarantee they're gonna be thinking, man, if we didn't die, if we didn't lose a player at the end of that round, that means that we would have had 3 rifles on our team in match point, and we could have like they really need to try and fight off the urge to think about that and dwell on that, because that is gonna be the big sort of mental toll that they have to deal with for the rest of this set. Let's go ahead and hop into Agent Select as we're to go into Ascent.
Yes, so looks like pretty default here from SNHU on Defender. I mean, we're just going to see the usage of, some of the best characters on this map, such as like Killjoy. Just Killjoy has so many setups on this map that are just so good. B side, A side. Even if you're going to like plant that turret mid, not a lot of people do it. Especially because, it just usually gets taken out there. But does get a little bit of information. But on Northeastern, we're going to see a little flip there. We do see the Fade coming out, which is going to be a little bit interesting. And on SNHU side for Initiators, we're not going to see the Silver. We're actually going to see the Sky.
The Sky is interesting here on Ascent. This is a map where we do see a lot of teams run a fairly standard composition here, but looks like Northeastern are going to switch things up a little bit. We're seeing them run the Fade, and that could potentially be something that gives them a lot of info here, as well as the Reyna are going to be 2 agents that are really going to change up how they play compared to how SNHU, who are running what I'd say is a lot more of the kind of orthodox standard team composition on terms of what you would see on Ascent. Fade and Reyna are going to really change up. They're going to be looking to play a lot more aggressive, and for a team that's starting on attack, I think that is exactly the right play.
Right, yeah, they got to choose attack here, and they are choosing it for a reason, because they got double Initiators with Reyna here. It's going to be so deadly, I feel like, on attack. They can really mix things up here and catch SNHU off guard if they're not really prepared for it. But both teams, we saw this Agent Select, so SNHU's going to have to play a little bit more carefully going into this map than they normally would have had to, because they did run this default kind of composition here. But I feel like SNHU probably has it under control here, and we are going to see a really weird spread of SNHU here. They are going to have 2 people right on B here on that elbow, and it might be a big confrontation coming out from both of these teams to start off the pistol round.
Yeah, they're already starting to peek up into the defender, the attackers here on B. Whamlab's going to pick up a kill, so will Delicious, finding kills on both sides of the map. Northeastern starting to really open things up right here. SNHU with only 3 players left. Really got to worry about exactly what their options are right here. Northeastern have forced them to spread themselves thin. C-Dubs here holding so close to this. He doesn't know that Tempest is right there. He didn't look over in time to see the dark cover. He will pick up the kill, finding one. But Northeastern are starting to wrap around, and he is quickly finding himself to be surrounded. He's about to walk up on Delicious and walk straight out into his vision. Sucker punch there, actually from Whamlab, swapping around agents a little bit.
Last player standing.
Delicious going to be able to take out Hilton there, and it's down to Ty here, last member of SNHU, as they plant this bomb. Delicious is going to be able to get that down. Going to be able to take out Delicious, but Whamlam is going to shut down Ty, and that's going to be the pistol round from Northeastern, which is going to be too bad for SNHU, but definitely in control of Northeastern, right? Like, the ball is in their court right now, especially with this composition that's double Initiator. They are gonna run the Odin, with the double initiator, so it's gonna be a little bit tricky. Might be. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna see the Odin. I was getting a little too excited there.
I'll say that this is a really good map for Northeastern to find themselves kind of in the driver's seat to begin with. This map in Week 9, SNHU took 13-5. That is incredibly decisive here, but Northeastern will have a chance to kind of pilot how this game is going to go. They will end up losing a player at the start of this round, which is going to hurt their offense a little bit here, but they've got 3 grouped up on B, and that's a 3 versus 2 on this site. Looking pretty strong, especially with SNHU. A lot of them are getting off-site to push over towards mid. Northeastern stacking up here, getting ready for the execute. It's just Peachy on site. He's going to have to hold things down right here with just the pistol. Unfortunately, he can't. Darm picking up that kill. And Northeastern are going to get full control of the site. C-Dub's trying to peek out. Does get a nice little dink. Delicious. Just got chunked for a decent bit of his health, but SNHU got to find a way in.
Yeah, Northeastern looking a little low here, but they do have this advantage here, and now SNHU gonna have to play retake with these pistols. And we do see Hilton has that Spectre. Gonna take a few bullets from that turret there. Gonna be really nice poke usage share. Flash coming out there. Tybee gonna be able to find one. Agron also, but that's gonna be Darm with the 3 kills to shut down SNHU's retake there. And Northeastern now gonna go up 2 rounds.
Really good hold there for Northeastern at actually holding on to that second round and making sure that SNHU aren't allowed to get away with robbery there. If they were able to, then Northeastern would have quickly found themselves on the back foot, but SNHU are going to go down on that second round, and now they'll have to buy up on this round and try and take down Northeastern's bonus.
Yeah, it's Northeastern's bonus, but look at their guns. They are forcing up this round.
That's true. Actually, yeah, you're right. This is a pretty big force from Northeastern. Spending a lot of money to make sure they've got equal guns with SNHU. They are not looking to lose any sort of traction here. And Agron, spraying through the dark cover, is going to find Cheeseburger.
A clean little pick there from Agron. It's going to be exactly what SNHU needs to try to take the advantage against Northeastern in this round, especially after them forcing up. I doubt that they have full rifles this round.
Gonna hear the ult orb getting picked up. Hilton knows there's still people close by. SNHU still 5 strong. Pretty content to just sit back and wait. We'll see them start to push their way up towards A, but they don't know about SNHU's little secret down there in Wine. C-Dubs all the way at the end of the line over here. Could potentially peek out and find something, and he will. He takes Tempest. Delicious also is met with a headshot, and he's going to die to the Viper's Bite. C-Dubs, with a nice little 2-piece there, is going to be able to do a pretty significant amount of damage to Northeastern here. Hilton is going to find a pick onto Darm there as well. It's really just down to Wham Lab, a 1 versus 4. SNHU have spike control. This is next to impossible, but he will find one.
He's going to be able to find Peachy there, breaking out onto site. There's people on his right side here, and the Viper spike goes down. Notice that there is at least a Viper over in that corner there. Watching it find Hilton there as he peeks out over Heaven. But Whamlam, I don't think he has a spike. He's just really playing to impact the economy, I think.
That's a smart play for him there. SNHU were so entrenched on that spike, it was so hard to actually push in and get it. Just try and catch the people who are rotating over. Try and find as many kills as you can. Take those guns away from SNHU. Make them buy them again. Make sure that they're not getting these rounds for free. Make sure they're going to have to pay every single round if they want to hold on to those guns.
Right, and he is going to hold on to that rifle there. So they're at least going to have that going into this round, but it's going to be, you know, a matter of whether or not he's able to hold on to it for much longer here, because SNHU going up with full rifles again, it's just rest of Northeastern's left scrounging for credits here.
Agron in mid is going to get spotted up by that recon drone. Northeastern won't peek out, but they know where he's hiding. The Nightfall going to come out. This is going to deafen Agron and put a trail on him. They know exactly where he is. Northeastern start to push their way forward. Agron's going to get back into cover, try and stay safe. Hilton also got hit with that Nightfall, so he also, they know exactly where he is. He's gonna flash and peek straight out. He finds one. Hilton finds another.
One enemy remaining.
Agron with 2 there. C-Dubs with a 4th. It's just 1 player left. Darm against Peachy. Just got the 6-shooter here. Push forward. Did pick up a Phantom, but so many angles to watch. Not enough time. C-Dubs is going to run up and take him out. We're tied up.
Yeah, I think Hilton full flash like 3 players there walking out into mid with I think 2 people behind him. So that was just such a decisive play from SNHU. Nice coordination there to take out most of Northeastern's team. And now they've tied things up here. After that last round, Northeastern did save, but now they're going to be working with these rifles here. It's really up in the air here. Who's going to try to take this lead? Both teams going to have to really work hard to try to take this next round. And looks like Agron's going to just do that, popping his ult right off round start here.
Northeastern getting holed up in mid. Will be able to take control, wedging SNHU from each other. Going to be a little bit tough on the rotations here unless they're able to clear that out. Darm getting hit with a lot of utility. He's got Spike right now, and that could be a big issue for Northeastern if he does get picked out. Agron will spot him. They know that he has the Spike. He's going to retreat back to his team, and he is able to escape intact. That is so important that Northeastern didn't lose the Spike there. If Agron got control, then all of this mid control would be for nothing.
Yeah, you're exactly right. C-Dub's going to find one. Ty and Agron both finding one of their own. That's going to be Spike down right here in mid. And Hilton going to leave him with 1 player left here. Tempest on A side, just completely detached from Spike here.
Yeah, he's just going to hold back. He's going to save. And again, I think this is the smart thing. Trying to push into a team of 5 who are holding on to your Spike is going to be pretty hard. So why not just sit back, hold on to that Vandal? Won't have to buy it again next round at least. It's early enough in the game that these rounds don't matter too much, but still, Northeastern aren't going to be happy about giving SNHU just enough ground to take the lead.
Yeah, SNHU trying to hunt him down here. We see Akron just running down here. I think they heard him. Yeah, gonna take that jump shot. And that's gonna be a flawless from SNHU. You
hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Yeah, just such a decisive round from SNHU. Now, on top of that economic damage, you're gonna have, the mental strike to that flawless round there. And SNHU now taking the lead is gonna just be a little bit tricky for Northeastern to work around. But looking at their ultimates, they do have 2 rounds or 2 ultimates to dedicate this round. Not that I exactly want to, especially not working with full rifles here. But walking into the smoke, I thought it was a shorty. I got so scared there. I thought he had a shorty, but he's gonna have that sheriff, and C-Dub's gonna take that win.
This is big to get value off of that Viper's Pit. If he got taken down right away, that would have just been an open B site, and Northeastern probably would have started to pivot over that way. They do find mid control again. They're going to have to push up into Ty. A good blind there from Peachy is going to put Delicious on the receiving end of that pick, but Ty now in a little bit of a scramble. Tempest will be able to pick him off. Hilton will trade that one out, though. Agron finds a kill of his own. It's all down to Wham Lab. Stuck in this corner, surrounded on all angles. C-Dubs peeks out. He's just going to mow him down. Now 4-2, SNHU have made some considerable ground right here. And this is, like what we saw on the first map, this is going to be another round where Northeastern think to themselves, like, man, what if we held on to that rifle? What if we actually were able to save that rifle that we wanted to save? Would that have changed this? And those little mistakes are the things that you just can't let yourself dwell on here. It's just another thing to add onto the pile, the mental stack of things that you need to sort of get in order before you actually start to play the game.
Yeah, exactly. And I think SNHU definitely is feeling themselves right about now in the round, because taking those 2 rounds, especially one of them being flawless, is just going to be, reinforcement, especially on top of, like we were talking going into this whole match in general, just high spirits and up in the arena to begin with. Gonna get a nice shot up Jet's nose there as 15 seconds left on Northeastern's timer here. I think they're definitely gonna, they're talking tactics right now. What ultimates are they gonna use during this round? Because they have full rifles, almost full ultimates here, and your utility's probably looking pretty good too after saving last round. So it's going to be kind of scary going into this round after that timeout here. I'd be careful if I were SNHU.
Right, and each of these ultimates that Northeastern has is a power play, right? It's going to be a chance for them to change the game up a little bit and start to actually sort of bend the balance a little bit into their favor.
Whoa, what?
SNHU Agron! Yeah, I guess you do hold that angle. Tempest trying to get ready, knowing that Agron is going to do that, unfortunately. Just not quite quick enough, and Agron is just so fast to get up there. Fortunately, Northeastern have already quickly piled up into B, but it looks like they're thinking twice about it. Maybe hesitating a little bit. They're going to back off and try and establish that mid control.
Yeah, they're going to have control over mid here for the most part, just trying to clear it out. They don't know exactly where everyone on SNHU is because they got one of their controllers taken out there. They do have 2 more initiators to try to find some information here, but that Killjoy ultimate is going to be their solution to try to force people off of B side here. But fortunately, there's going to be a defender too.
1 enemy remaining.
Northeastern, only 1 player left. It's just Delicious, and he's not going to last too much longer as Peachy cleans that up. Cleans up the round 5-2 now for SNHU in favor of them. Getting off to a pretty good start as we go into getting close to the end of this half. Starting to close in on this, and Northeastern are on another round where they're going to have to eco here. They have just not been finding this going their way.
Is that what I think it is?
Is
that Bernie Viper?
That is. That is.
I didn't know they had
That's my favorite spray in the game. It's so funny.
That's a really good spray. But yeah, Tempest and Agron fighting on parts of the map we've never seen before. That Bernie sick. We're just gonna be able to see so much new stuff this match. But SNHU taking up 3 rounds here. It's going to be difficult for Northeastern, especially after that pause. You're probably feeling it by now here. Just the nerves getting to you. And 2 ultimates being dedicated last round. They're only working with 2 now.
Did that drone not see Agron? Was it not looking at him? It didn't shoot him with a recon dart, and he didn't shoot it. Yeah, Agron is going to take down Whamlab. Doesn't look like they knew he was there, and now Hilton peeks out and he finds 2. Dorm's going to fire back to take one of his own, but Agron immediately puts him in the dirt. And once again, it's just down to Delicious. SNHU have spike control, and this has been such a common theme this game. SNHU have been so good at just singling out the spike carrier and just putting Northeastern in a situation where they have to be they have to push into the entire team of SNHU who are holding on to the dropped spike.
I want to say it's on purpose. They know who the spike controller is there, but yeah, Ty just gonna take out Delicious there for their 6th round, and now SNHU gonna be building their lead up a lot here. Got 4 rounds left of the half. They could end this 10-2 if they really stepped on the gas here, and it looks like that's exactly what they're gonna try to do here with this operator.
The nerves for Northeastern have got to be really high right now. Like, you got to think, right? This is the end of the season. This is playoffs. This is semifinals. The winner of this set is going to go on to fight whoever wins versus Fisher Navy and UMass Beacons, right, in the finals. And that whoever wins, that's going to get the big trophy. They're going to get all the recognition. This is what the entire season has been building up to. And if SNHU take this map, they move on, and Northeastern doesn't. Like, the nerves are such a big factor of this, and these slight little miss-ups, these slight little missteps, are going to be exactly a result of those. Delicious finds a pick, gotta find 2, but Peachy gonna trade him out there, and SNHU continue on the warpath.
Yeah, nice quick round there. SNHU taking it again. Northeastern is gonna go down 1 more, but they have their rifles now, and they are working with another ultimate on the board. So luckily, they do not have a timeout to try to strategize this one out a little bit more in detail, but they will be able to try to, take back another round after SNHU's 7 consecutive wins.
And this still isn't even a full buy. They have a Guardian right now. Like, Northeastern has really been struggling in the economical game. We see a Nightfall come out onto A site here. All these players hit by it are going to be deafened for a short time, and these trails are going to give them a good idea of who's on site. Northeastern going to start to back off and make their way over towards B. immediately breaking in. Ty gonna drop the lockdown. It's gonna force Northeastern to either go in or fall back. They have to choose. They can't just sit here. Hilton finds one. He's gonna start to fall back. He finds two. He can't find a third. Darm trades him out, but Ty fires right back. Whamlab's gonna take down Peachy. It's a 3 versus 2. That lockdown from Ty isn't gonna find anything. But Northeastern start to push their way up into B site here. Delicious right around this corner. Ty and C-Dubs on the other end. The moment the Prowler goes out, I mean, they know he is right there on the corner. Haunt tries to go out to get any info possible, but Delicious, I mean, at this rate, he's going to have to face peek this. Haunt going out up high. Tether. Not going to find anything. Agrin takes out Whamlab, but Ty is going to be able to trade out C-Dubs' death there. Take down Delicious, bring things 8-2.
One dream ends.
Getting very, very close to the end of the half, and SNHU are continuing to build up this incredibly dominant scoreline.
Yeah, and let's talk about like that Killjoy ultimate there from Ty actually taking like a really important decision from Silva, right? Silva either has to choose damage / intel there and continuing that siege, or take out the Killjoy ultimate so they can continue their offense here. But that is definitely an interesting response to the Hunter's Fury. One that you don't really see a lot, but just bursting out onto the side there. Cheeseburger is able to find C-Dubs, and now separating Agrin and Peachy from the site here. They are going to push him back into the garden here. Oh no, Cheeseburger taking out Agrin there. Not going to be able to cover him. Darm, another pick on Peachy. That's going to be really nice start to the round from Northeastern as they plant the bomb. SNHU gonna have to play retake with 2 players now.
3 versus 4 is going to be really hard, and this is exactly the round that Northeastern have been waiting for. Things finally look to be going their way. Darm's going to pick off Hilton. It's just Ty left, and there are 4 people looking straight at him. It's a firing squad that takes him down. 8-3 now. Northeastern breaking their cold streak there. Finally finding a round as we get to the last round before the half swap.
Yeah, and that definitely has to do something for your mental too. Just a little breather there from the onslaught that SNHU has been on, just winning back-to-back here. Northeastern might have a chance now, just trying to take back some rounds. And they're still holding on to 2 of their ultimates as well as their economy. So this could be their chance to really just get one more round in before the swap.
C-Dubs already sneaking on back. Did get tagged, but I don't know if they know that he's there. They're not even check it, but he's going to take down 2 anyway. Maybe a third, not quite. Darm is going to take him down before he can do any more damage, but damage is already done. It's a 4 versus 3 right now. Lockdown's going to go out from Northeastern. Agrin trying to play aggressive, will go down. Wilson picks up a kill of his own. This Lockdown's been really good at forcing them in, but SNHU are just going to hit those off angles, and they're going to be able to come in and clean up this half. 9-3, a very scary scoreline for Northeastern.
Yeah, 9-3 is just such a good scoreline for SNHU, but I mean, there's always that, you know, gotta say it, 9-3 curse, right? But Northeastern could try to take this back here. SNHU really has the ball in their court though, because going up 9-3 and then having attackers, right? You get to just decide the pace of the rest of the game here. So they could just play as slow as they want, just really chipping into, you know, the mental fortitude or whatever you want to call it, right? It's just going to be really, really hard to play into here for Northeastern, I feel like.
Yeah, things are going to be tough, and it's all about just keeping your head on straight in this situation. Cheeseburger's going to find a pick onto Hilton. Agrin will trade that one right back. Not going to let that one go too far here, but it's a 4 versus 4. As SNHU start to break onto site here. He is going to run a Delicious, but Agrin finds that kill, finds a dink onto Whamlab, and then C-Dubs is able to clean that one up using just a classic. It's a 3 versus 2 now as SNHU get on site.
Ooh, taking that shadow step, gonna be able to jump over that. Still gonna be able to get that bomb down, but Northeastern playing retake with these 2 players here. Gonna cut off 1 entry point. Not entirely, they can still move through that smoke there. Not gonna be too detrimental, but it seems like they're just gonna choose left side here.
Push in right now. C-Dubs and Ty are going to clean things up, though. A great pistol round from SNHU, and now they are in the situation of starting things off in this half. They're going to be the ones who are in control to begin with, and that is really, really scary if you're Northeastern here, because SNHU are skewed to win this next round. That means they're going to be 11-3. That's only one round off from match point, and that means Northeastern have to play pretty perfect from here on out. We're actually going to see them force up on this round because they know they can't lose it.
Yeah, gotta remember, Northeastern started off this map 2 rounds up, right? Like, they took that pistol round and their SMGs round 2 as well after buying up, but now SNHU is gonna be in the driver's seat, really choosing how they're gonna try to play this attack here, and look at just how slowly they're playing right now.
This is the way to do it. I mean, this is how they tripped up Northeastern on the first map, on Haven, right? They just played slow, wait for Northeastern to get a little bit anxious, get a little bit eager, and tip their hand just a little bit, and that's when SNHU struck.
Right. And this is exactly how they took that buy-up round 2 against Northeastern during their bonus, but Cheeseburger is going to be able to take out C-Dubs and Agrin, and that's the start of the round that you want to see from Northeastern going into their bonus, but Ty is going to be able to take out Cheeseburger. Whamlab finding 2 with the Marshall. That's going to be
going crazy.
Yeah, just a really nice round from Northeastern.
That was so good for them, because now they've upset the economy here. That force-up was so good, and now they're back in control. And they are going to get the chance to play essentially as if they had won the pistol round here. SNHU are going to be forced to eco, and Northeastern are going to have some guns to work with. Whamlab's actually going to have a Vandal in this round, as he kind of went crazy with the Marshall last round.
Yeah, definitely. Picking up those skills is going to be pretty good for their economy. And I feel like after that upside, you know, just... it could be anything, right? For these next rounds in the economy, it could be absolutely anything. And Agrin gonna find a kill on Delicious with that Sheriff. Gonna be a really big, trying to spray default there. Hilton just enduring through that and gonna be able to plant that there. Now they're gonna try to break out on the site here. Cheeseburger is gonna find Agrin, but Ty finding Darm. Cheeseburger not quite on site here. They do kind of have control of Heaven during this retake here, and only one player down. It's not too bad of odds there. That Smith's gonna dodge Hill in there, finding a 3rd kill there, and the 4th. Oh no, it's just Peachy left. Does have control of that sight line. Really tricky playing around the smoke. We don't really know how long it's gonna last there. And Cheeseburger taking the 5th. Does he have enough?
Does he have time? It looks like he does, but it is going to come right down to the wire. Just barely. He is going to make it with 0.3 seconds left and an ace on top of that. This is Cheeseburger's round. He's letting us know that they are still in this game. They are not going to be daunted by that halftime scoreline. They are coming back.
Yeah, that was just such a nice round there from Cheeseburger, pulling his team back into the game here. And now, going up that round, I mean, economy's just messed up all around the board here. But
oh yeah,
we got rifles. I guess we got rifles on both sides. Looks like Northeastern's a little bit more favorable with their credits here. Going to be a little less taxing, but now SNHU is going to play a little bit spread here. The bomb is over on A side, but it looks like they're playing mid control mostly.
We'll see them start to make their way forward here. This mid control is so important because it's really going to hamstring Northeastern's ability to rotate around the map effectively. If they actually decide to execute on one of these sites, holding mid is going to let them really stop anyone from being able to get there in a timely manner. And they can even find a pick in the process. They will be able to find Darm holding just a little bit too forward there. Now Northeastern down a player. SNHU suddenly have a wealth of opportunities in front of them, and we're going to see them immediately start to back out a little bit.
Yeah, look at the way they play that. Oh my god, Ty finding Cheeseburger. The way SNHU's playing is just incredible right now. Taking that double peek, forcing people to rotate over, and then rotating a B-side. It's just crazy from SNHU. They are playing the mind games for sure. And also, we're going to see Peachy just with the lurk, too, trying to find Tempest. Is going to be able to find him there. And C-Dubs finding another one, Delicious. SNHU is really turning around this half.
Yeah, looking really strong so far in this round. Wham Lab's going to have a really tough time making anything happen here in a 1 versus 5, and Ty is going to be able to shut him down before he is able to break SNHU's flawless round. 11-5 right now. Not quite match point, but if SNHU take one more round, then Northeastern's only opportunity to stay in this set will be to bring things to overtime, and that is going to be a very tall order for them here at 5 points.
Yeah, they are really going to have to work up to try to tie SNHU here. SNHU taking one more round is going to force him into overtime if Northeastern wants to try to contest the win here. But, I mean, we're threatening set point here, essentially, if SNHU takes this round. So, really a lot on the line here.
Ooh.
And T-Dub's going to just show him what he's worth there, taking out Cheeseburger. Gonna try to contest the sightline again with the Viper's fight. And now SNHU's just working up a player. Along with mid control too. Agri just finding Wham Lab over on B side.
Arm peeks and he finds one, looking to find another, but Ty won't let him get away with it. Gonna punish him for staying on that angle for too long. It's now 4 versus 2. Northeastern need to clutch up here. SNHU. If they take this round, it could be catastrophic going forward, and they will find one. Tempest runs out of ammo, though, and he can't quite follow up. Hilton will take him down before any more damage can be done. SNHU 3 strong. It's just Delicious left over. He's outside of sight as well. That door blocking him off. He's going to have to decide if he wants to try and break through this. And by doing so, he's going to make his position absolutely known, and C-Dubs on the flank is going to be able to pick him off.
C-Dubs even with that minor trigger discipline there, just waiting a little bit, tracking his head. But, yeah, SNHU's up set point right now. It's just so much on the line for Northeastern right now. This could be the whether or not they go on into the finals here.
Yeah, this is tournament life on the line for Northeastern right now. If SNHU take this round, they are out. SNHU move on to the finals of the Champions New England bracket. That's going to be a pretty big deal, especially since SNHU have been so on top of their game recently. And just over the weekend, they are really in a good spot at the moment, just mentally as well as mechanically. They are playing out of their mind. Northeastern, they got to find a way to just find some sort of crack in their armor, but it's going to be hard.
PG's going to be able to take a lot of health off of Tempest there. Hilton also finding a good amount of information over on B side, but might just be a little bit of a fake here because most of SNHU is over towards A side, especially after taking that much health on Tempest. I would move over towards A side too.
Lockdown coming out from SNHU. Trying to force movement from Northeastern. It seems like to reposition up towards Heaven. The only sightline they still have on site. Agron getting up high. A lot of dark cover. He's going to start to make his way in. A lot of nanobots in there are going to start chewing on him, but he'll take down Tempest before he's able to get out. Darm will trade out and find Peachy. But a Viper's Pit on the site from SNHU. They're looking to make this decisive. They want to get this spike down. It is down. Now they just got to hold it. This Viper's Pit's going to make things so hard for Northeastern, and so will Agron as he finds 4!
Agron just crazy! An ace for the set point!
Sure. Why not? Agron go off with an ace to boot Northeastern out of the bracket. They're moving on to finals. SNHU. What a performance.
Yeah, just crazy aim there from Agron taking that last round there in the entire set. SNHU will be moving on to finals.
That is insane. Look at this scoreboard from SNHU. It is looking pretty stacked for them. Not even going to get a chance to bring things towards map 3. Lotus was the closest map between these two teams. In week 9, in week 9, Northeastern took Haven pretty strongly. It was 13-7, but SNHU just got the upset there. They went onto their map in Ascent and just dominated.
Yeah, it was still a little close. They are doubling their rounds, but I mean, added up, they did take 13 rounds, so Northeastern definitely had a really good shot in that entire set there, but SNHU just really on top of their game recently. I mean, the past month they've just been playing crazy. So props to them, and they deserve to go on to this finals, I feel like.
Oh, absolutely. I see the Valorant team putting in so much effort. It is crazy how much they work at this, and it is paying off so much. I'm so happy to see them performing well because they absolutely put their blood and tears into this, and to see it pay off, that is just so satisfying. But that's all for us tonight. A great set. SNHU takes it over Northeastern. They're going to move on to the finals next week to fight the winner of Fisher Navy and the UMass Beacons. So be sure to stay tuned for that match. You can check our Twitter at SNHU Esports for all sorts of information on match updates, any sort of rescheduling, as well as events that just happen in the arena or around the space on campus, anything like that. Be sure to check that out on our Twitter at SNHU Esports or in the Discord, which is also SNHU Esports. It's been a great night for SNHU. We'll see you right back here tomorrow with Smash Bros. Playoffs in also, I believe, the semifinals. See you then.